Well, hello and welcome to another video by Financial Ernie. On today's video, we're going to be talking about some Mullen Automotive press release that just got released today. This has to do with Bollinger Motors, another purchase order. We're also going to recap on a few of the other purchase orders. And then I wanted to talk a little bit about a change up in Bollinger Motors leadership group. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, folks, so we do have some news as of July 15th, but before we get into that, I just want to recap on some of the other purchase orders that Bollinger Motors already has on the docket in their press releases. So let's go ahead and start with January 19th, 2024. Mullen Automotive did announce that Bollinger Motors received a vehicle order for 40 of their B4 Class 4 EV trucks, total valuation at $6 million. And then on May 22nd, 2024, we can see another purchase order. This one is for 50 vehicles to EnviroCharge for a total deal of $8,250,000. And then June 13th, 2024, you can see yet another sale. This one is for 80 of the all-electric Class 4 commercial trucks. And this is for a total of $13.2 million. And then after that, on July 9th, this was just last week. Sorry, folks, I didn't get a video out on this, but it makes sense to go ahead and combine these now. It looks like Spencer Manufacturing has decided to purchase 5 of the Class 4 Bollinger B4 commercial trucks. And this is an upfitter that does upfits for fire rescue trucks. So it's going to be pretty neat. We're going to be able to see 5 of these Bollinger B4s fully upfitted as a first responder, as a fire truck. And this has a total value of $825,000. And then today, July 15th, 2024, you can see again another purchase order, this one for 70 of the B4 Class 4 commercial trucks. This is going to During Fleet Management Company. This is one of the premier fleet management companies. They've been around for quite some time, and this specific purchase order has a valuation of $11.5 million. So if you add up all their purchase orders to date, you can see they already have $39.775 million in purchase orders. So as you know, they will be starting their production line, their manufacturing line later on in 2024, utilizing Roush to help them assemble these vehicles. So I thought that was pretty interesting news. And then if you go search During Fleet Management website, you will find Bollinger listed as a manufacturer on their website. The majority of what they have listed there on their website is for leasing of vehicles. And you can see they actually have their B1 and B2 already on their website. It's pretty interesting because they're talking about purchasing 70 of their B4s. So I don't know if this is just a little bit of a preview of what's to come, but I thought it was interesting that they have some of these B1, B2 trucks listed on their site. And this actually just came across me yesterday. This is from Automotive News, and it says the headline is Robert Bollinger hands CEO reins of his EV maker to GM vet James Taylor. With production of the company's first commercial EV month away, Bollinger Motors appoints a new CEO. So it's very interesting to see a picture there of James Taylor. He is now the CEO of Bollinger Motors. Quite a few people were interested in this article. You actually have to subscribe to be able to get the full article. So I did grab a couple different snippets from here. And then there's another article as well that we'll talk about that another one of the Twitter users, Brad, actually shared with everyone. But let's go ahead and read a little bit more. It says, with the production of the company's first commercial Class 4 electric chassis cab months away, and an order book that is filling fast, Bollinger Motors founder Robert Bollinger has stepped aside as CEO of the company he originally founded to build off-road vehicles. The move comes at a crucial time. Bollinger Motors contract manufacturer Roush Enterprises this summer is installing the production line for the B4 electric chassis cab, scheduled to begin production by the end of the year. The company has booked enough orders to cover at least a year's production. And you can see that based on that $39 million that we covered on the last slide. Robert Bollinger, 57, said the company has grown to 130 employees, most of whom work at the firm's headquarters in Oak Park, Michigan, just north of Detroit. Mullen made a public announcement a month ago about how they are going to invest more in Bollinger Motors. Robert Bollinger told Automotive News. It was really at that point they would be a very large shareholder in the company. It made sense for Jim Taylor to be in that CEO role. It was a decision made to have someone who has 30 years experience in automotive, an automotive guy, a Detroit guy his whole life, someone who knows automotive more than me. It just made sense on many levels. It's possible the two vehicles that brought Bollinger to Detroit in 2018, the Brawny B1 and B2 electric off-road vehicles, could still be made. Development of those two continues at a slow pace, Bollinger said. So it's very interesting. This came as a surprise to many investors that Robert Bollinger is stepping back as CEO and that James Taylor is jumping in. One comment that I have in terms of this change is, as it was covered here in this article, James Taylor does have a lot of knowledge in how to start up a manufacturing plant. So as Bollinger Motors was going from their initial, demo trucks, their initial ones that they did build there, hand built, it's important that they start moving to a more of a manufacturing, a lean manufacturing type of process. That's where you're able to start becoming more and more profitable. You don't want every single one of these hand built vehicles to be the cost of the actual sale. You want to be able to have some profit there. And I think that's where James Taylor is going to be able to come in under his leadership and be able to help them reach that next level, which is fully developing a manufacturing plant for these B4 trucks. And here is another article that one of the Twitter users, Brad, has shared. It says Bollinger Motors founder Robert Bollinger has announced he has stepped down from his role as CEO of the EV company. In his place, former General Motors executive assumed his position. You can see a picture of the top right. That's James Taylor. It's a little bit better picture than the zoomed out photo on the last slide. According to the Automotive News report, which we just read, James Taylor took over as CEO of Bollinger Motors in June of 2024. So it's kind of interesting. They stayed quiet for a little over a month as this change has occurred. Notably, Taylor boasts a 30-year career at the General, which we're talking about General Motors, which includes several senior management positions like president and general manager at Cadillac and CEO of Hummer. In addition, his resume also includes positions at various all-electric startups, including Electric Last Mile Solutions, which filed for bankruptcy in 2022. So you have to remember that James Taylor does know how to get a company going in terms of a startup. He knows how to build out a facility. If you do recall, Mishawaka did have quite a bit going in terms of their vehicle assembly there in Indiana. And that had a lot to do with James Taylor as their CEO of Elms. Unfortunately, they did run out of money at the time and they had to file for bankruptcy, which is how David Mishry and Mullen Automotive were able to purchase the Elms assets as well as some of their IP to get them going on their Class 1 vans, as well as a little bit of information on those Class 3 trucks. So just wanted to recall that for remind everyone about those couple of things in case you are new to the investment world of Mullen Automotive or in case you just need a little refresher. It's worth noting that Electric Mile Last Solutions was bought by California-based Mullen Automotive, Bollinger Motors' largest shareholder. Additionally, Robert Bollinger himself will remain on the company's board and retain a portion of Bollinger Motors stock. So you can see Robert Bollinger is not stepping away from the company. He will be there. He will be part of the company on the board, helping make those decisions as James Taylor steps in as CEO and really helps get production underway. This development comes at an intriguing time as Bollinger Motors contract manufacturer Roush Enterprises begins installing the production line for Bollinger's B4 electric chassis cab this summer. Of course, production of the B4 electric chassis cab is currently scheduled to kick off by the end of the year, with the all-electric company booking enough orders to cover a year's worth of production. It's a little bit of a repeat from the last slide. Let's read the last little bit here. Mullen made a public announcement a month ago about how they are going to invest more in Bollinger Motors. Robert Bollinger noted in a prepared statement, it was really at that point they would be a very large shareholder in the company. It made sense for Jim Taylor to be in that CEO role. It was a decision made to have someone who has 30 years experience in automotive, an automotive guy, a Detroit guy his whole life, someone who knows automotive more than me. It just made sense on many levels. So again, you can see this is another quote by Robert Bollinger. And then the last little bit here, moving forward, it's a possibility that the two all-electric vehicles that brought Bollinger Motors to Detroit, Michigan in 2018, the off-road focused B1 and B2 could still be made. However, development of the two continues at snail pace. So it'll be interesting to see how the B1 and B2 continue to proceed. Now that Robert Bollinger is stepping back as CEO, maybe as a board member, he'll have a little bit more time to be able to help get these two closer to market. But in the meantime, they do have a tough task of getting these B4 trucks through production and to market to be able to meet the demand that they are getting. They're starting to get a pretty good amount of POs piling up. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how many orders they have by the end of the year. All right, folks, and that sums it up for me. I hope you did like this video. If you did, please consider giving it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts on this video by dropping a comment. Leave me a comment for any other kind of content that you'd like to see me cover. And once again, I am not a paid representative of Mullen Automotive. I receive no compensation in any way from the company. And again, I am just an investor in Mullen Automotive. I just wanted to share this information as it becomes relevant to those of you who follow Mullen Automotive. And with that said, I hope you all have a great rest of the day. No, this is not financial advice, and I'll see you on the next one.